An interesting one for you today. We're talking about open tabs, of course, and this one, brought to you by trainingsites.io, is all about two things. One is AI tools and screen capture. So let's get started right away. I'll do my best to go through these as quickly as possible. Hopefully you'll find one of the tools or services that I mentioned here is something that you can use in your digital marketing, your education business, teaching online, all of that good stuff. Now, what is the first one all about? Well, let's go take a look. It is about screen recording, and I'm going to share something with you that's really important. I'm a big fan of what's called digital exhaust, and what that is capturing everything that you do. And it can be difficult because, especially when you've been on YouTube for a while, you've seen all these shorts, all these videos coming at you, and a lot of them are produced really well. And it's pretty overwhelming thinking that you have to be an expert filmmaker or figure out pieces of software to create all these really cool videos in order to get views. Now, first of all, it's not all about views, which is a different story, but capturing, in my opinion, your digital exhaust, things that you can use that are helpful to what you're trying to teach and the people that you're trying to teach and share your experience with. So one of the things that you want to do is capture as much content as you can in an organized fashion that's appropriate, in my opinion, that can be used without a lot of editing. So here's a couple tools you might want to consider. Now the first one is I'll open this one up here. The first one is your standard Vimeo account. Now if you haven't opened Vimeo before, the reason I recommend it, along with YouTube, but the reason I recommend it for training courses is because you are in control of how the content is displayed and or protected and replayed. And when I'm talking about displayed, I'm talking about your ability to brand your video player, showing as much additional information that you may find on YouTube, or as little as possible, and even controlling if it can be replayed on only your domains. Which, if you've got proprietary content or it's material that you are keeping to yourself, you want to make sure that people can't just download it and leave. If that's the kind of training site that you have, this is just a great way to control it. There's a number of plans available. I've been using it for 15 years, so I'm on one of the older ones. But the gist is here is that there are some extensions for Vimeo. Now here's the great one. If you're using Chrome or even Edge, Microsoft Edge uses all the same plugins or extensions as Chrome does, so you can do that. And if you look on the top, my toolbar here at the top, you're going to see there's a V for Vimeo. Vimeo Record, it's screen and webcam recorder. So you don't have to go to Vimeo, you don't have to open a tool, you can actually use Vimeo, and if I click it, you're going to see that I have the option of the screen, the camera, or both, and I can record it, whichever one that I want. And this one allows you to create quick one-off videos that don't require all sorts of other software to be opened and closed. And the best part is if I go back now into the recordings, you can see that I can keep track of in my library where these go and keep them organized. And these are all available at this point to have a direct link to. If I want to pick one and let's not open that one as an example. It will open, so you can actually play it, write some notes on it. And then the best part is you can embed it somewhere. And if you look on the right-hand corner, we've got share, and I can go and share it and make it so it's public. Anyone with the link, for example, can copy it, and you can send that in an email, use it anywhere that you want. And again, you can embed these directly onto your training site, in your courses, your blog posts, anywhere you want. And more importantly, WordPress recognizes these, so you don't have to embed them. You can just use the standard URL, the one that we've just saved there, and that would allow it to actually open full size right within your training course. So that's a really quick way to do screen captures if you have a Vimeo account. Again, easy to manage, easy to control who gets access to what, and easy how it's presented. Now, if you don't have a Vimeo account and you're also thinking about creating these quick kind of videos, there's a number of other tools available. The next one I'll go to here is called Loom. And this is one, I believe there's a free account that you can get started with, which has some limits on how much you can actually save and copy. But this is the same kind of idea that you're going to have on your PC or your Mac, and it gives you the ability to do the same thing. So another quick tool. You don't have to have a piece of software installed fancy one. These ones are right within the browser, right within the site with an extension, and it doesn't require downloading any particular software for you. And the thing with this one is Loom is a little more sales and marketing, got a little bit of a little more of a kind of push to that one. So you can actually use or create pages that have additional marketing material directly with the video, and even redirect people after the fact. So this one is a little bit different. Screen recording, pretty straightforward. It even has a mobile app, which is kind of nice. So it's kind of a step up from Vimeo, but isn't about the distribution that Vimeo is about. So it's a little bit different. And if we look at the pricing here just quickly, you'll see that there's a free one, 25 videos per person, and there's a limit on how long they are, but you get into $12 a month annually, and you can, you got a lot more room. Even edit by transcript, which is similar to Descript. So some additional tools. That one's called Loom. Go check that one out. Now, the next one I'm going to show you, the third one, and this is kind of my go-to, and one that I do recommend purchasing. And again, by the way, all of the links to all of these tools are down in the description below. They're in the, I think it says trainingsites.io/recommends. Everything is in there. So this one here, I'm going to open this one up. Now, if you haven't heard of Camtasia before, Camtasia is a screen recorder and screen editor. And basically it's a video editing tool, but it really, really does well for tutorials. It's not about doing headshots or really crazy cinematic videos. It's more about using the screen, capturing the screen, showing processes, really having a real great educational focus. So there's Camtasia, which is the tool that I highly recommend to purchase, and that's if you're going to be creating complex training materials and you really want to edit those ones. This isn't about Camtasia, it's about TechSmith, which is the company that actually owns Camtasia, because they have another tool called Snagit. Now, interesting one with Snagit is that Snagit is kind of a mini capture that's in between Loom and Vimeo captures. Now, why is that? It's because you can do far more animations or editing of the Snagits that you get. And those Snagits can be either an image that you can do all sorts of neat editing on, or a video that can be used the exact same way any traditional video is. And just to give you an idea on this one, so you screen capture, screen recording, you can annotate the videos, annotate the images, you can actually share directly from here as well. You can create videos from images. You can move elements around on the page and it will keep those in recording. You can draw on the page. And again, you can keep a library of all of these pieces. Now, the neat thing for me personally is that when I just do a standard screen capture on my site, it can get lost pretty quickly. There's not a great way to organize all of the screen captures that you end up doing. So Snagit has a nice interface that actually keeps a library of and can organize all of your images and videos that you capture. So not only can you do edits to the videos and images in a nice, easy way, but you can also keep a library of those and drag and drop them into any of the other materials that you're doing. So those are three that I recommend. There's Vimeo, great piece, Loom, great one, and Snagit and Camtasia. And actually, if you buy Camtasia, there is a bundle that includes Camtasia and Snagit, so that's the one that we use. I recommend doing that. So screen captures, got to get one, got to learn how to use it. If you're creating online courses, training materials, that kind of thing, take advantage of capturing screens and videos and your digital exhaust as easily possible and in a way that makes sense for you to keep track of what pieces belong to what client, what courses, that kind of thing. So here's the next piece I want to show you, and we're just going to talk about this for a minute, because with all of the stuff on AI, I've seen some videos that say, 250 AI tools or 100 new AI tools this week. And AI tools are obviously really important if you're creating courses, you're creating content for your community, anything that you're doing in terms of marketing. Everyone's using AI tools now. And everyone starts with ChatGPT, which is kind of the foundation of all of this, right? Now, the thing is if you want to get really good at ChatGPT, you as the instructor, or you as the site owner, or you as the person creating the courses, the content, you've got to get really good at prompting ChatGPT or getting a framework of asking the questions that get you the output that you want. And there's a lot of things we need output on. We're marketing our courses, we're creating our community, we're creating sales pages, we're sending out emails. You have to get good at doing prompts that are specific to each of those individual tasks. So one of the things that we look at is obviously if we can find a tool that is appropriate or has pre-done prompts similar to ChatGPT, having the access to the same data as ChatGPT, that's one of the tools that we want to take a look at. And one of the ones that we use on a regular basis is called Scribe AI. So let me open that one. It's helloscribe.ai. And again, I put the link to this one below. And the thing that's nice with this is that it actually has a library, technically, of prompts that you can actually see on the left-hand side here. If I go and pick, let's make sure I'm logged in here. We've got ads. If I want to go and look at, let me see, articles, different kinds of articles, I can open the tool. Let me do this one, ads. So we've got attention, interest, desire ads, an Amazon ad, an audio script, before, after, bridge, any of these tools that we want to put in. For example, if I just want headlines for a book title or an email subject line. So there's basically frameworks set up that allow you, instead of having to prompt all the time, is actually work specifically on prompts and a tool that is for getting email subject lines. And you can keep a library of these, and in fact, you can have templates for yourself as well. So once you've got these done, it's not a question of going to ChatGPT, opening up the tool, trying to come up with a prompt, and then trying to organize it. So my opinion, if you can find one of these AI tools like helloscribe.ai, again, the links are all below, it allows you to streamline some of that work that you're doing, creating some of the content for your courses. And I got one other tool I want to show you here quickly. This one's kind of neat. I ran into it yesterday. It's an open tab. It's called viralhooks.club. Now, I think I'm not entirely sure the gentleman's name that has this, but I subscribe to him on YouTube. This is one that he mentioned that I looked at yesterday. Doesn't apply to me specifically, but it may apply to you. It was one of the open tabs, so I wanted to make sure that you've seen it. Now, if you've subscribed to your channels or you've been looking on YouTube and you see a lot of people with 500,000 views, 1 million views, 250,000 views, even someone who launches like a video today and they got 1,500 views already, and you're going, man, how did they get that? How do they get there so quickly? What are the things that they're doing that I need to do to get there? And the point that he made, and the tool that I'm going to show you here quickly, is that sometimes it's the hidden gems that are getting views as well that are not the ones that we see in our feed. There's a whole bunch of other ones available. So what he's put together is this Viral Hooks Club, and it's a database of all of the different text hooks, first frames, you can see the captions and the niches that are there and the number of likes and views that they have. So it's not just the ones that show up specifically in your feed, it's a complete database. And I think they've got hundreds of thousands of these ones available right now. So they do all the searches. They're the ones that do it for you, and they just allow you to do it. Now, you can go and create a free account. We've done that in another video. I'll show you how to use it, but you can go and check that out. They also have a paid version here that allows you to include some of the TikTok database, not just the YouTube one, and daily updates and weekly trends, for example, cancel anytime. So that one's kind of interesting. Go check that one out. Again, these are all tools that we have as open tabs. These are the ones I was looking at yesterday or working on yesterday. And if you have any tools that you want to look at, or tools that you think would be interesting to find out about, or just want me to know about and open them in my browsers, make sure to message me below and I'll do my best to check that out. So this is James Maduke speaking. It's trainingsites.io, where I show how to start, build, and grow your education business. We're here to help you out. We got a community free to join with videos, tutorials, that kind of thing. But we also have the done for you service where, man, I just want a course done for me. I just want a website, a training site for me. I want help supporting it. I want help marketing my campus, my community. We'll do it all for you. So trainingsites.io, and we'll be back tomorrow with more open tabs from my browser to yours. Take care. Expect the best.